outside, give them a big cheer, let them know who they're rafting with. So we've got Cock, group of 6. Yeah. Woo! You guys are going to be rafting with Mitch. Yeah! Alright, we got Gibson, group of 4. We've got Creed, group of 4. You guys are going to be rafting with Aiden today. And then we've got Siebel, group of 6. We've got Truman, group of 2.
Right here.
You guys are going to be rafting with Dave today. And then Tal, group of 7. You guys are going to be with Dave. Alright guys, so you guys can head over to where your raft guide is over there. Lindsay, get on out of here.
All right, this is rolling. We're set. Give us a look.
Are you with us?
I think so.
Well, no, I put it on. It's not Jackie. Jackie, Ralph, Marie. Hi, Kathy. Nice to meet you. Al. Shake it. That's so formal. Hi, Al. Nice to meet you. Hi, Sharon. Yeah.
Chris.
Charmaine.
Chris.
Chris. All right. Nice to meet you guys. On the left, you walk on down. Watch your steps on the rocks. It's gonna be nice slippery. Probably the most dangerous part of the day.
Okay.
Sorry, what's your first name?
David.
David.
Okay, let's go, Nick.
You're on your back, pointing downstream. Happy Bears swell.
All good, buddy.
Oh, sorry.
Will you one together, please? Thank you.
You want to be close to Jay. You want to make friends with Jay. If you're sitting in the back, it's like a chance I can grab you and start to fall. It's also a chance I'm going to start punching you in the back of the head. Alright, let's all bring it in nice and close as we can. It's a little bit of a small beach, but we're dealing with some pretty high water right now. So there's usually a lot more beach than this. Okay, awesome. So before we get started, I'm going to talk about just a couple things. How to sit in the raft and some different commands. And then once we're on the water, I'll talk a bit more about different paddle commands and things like that to steer this boat. So first things first, how to sit in the raft. These things in the middle actually aren't seats, they're tubes. Because if you were to sit in the middle, you would find it's extremely hard to reach out and touch the water with your paddle. So it's like way over here. You probably can't even get your blades in the neck. Okay? So notice these cool black strips on the raft? That's like reinforcement because they're really high wear areas from all the butts going on. So what you want to do, you guys all sort of see me?
Yep.
You want to put your butt nice and high on the outside too. And then to stay in the raft, you want to take your outside foot, in this case my right foot, and just kick it beneath that tube in front of you. They're super secure, you can like do some cool matrix moves, you're not going to fall over. Okay? Thank you. For your back foot, it's kind of versatile. You can leave it to the side. What I like to do is turn it like that, and that kind of turns my hips forward. If I'm a little bit more ergonomic. If I'm like off to the side, I'm rotating more. Push the rod. That's what kind of like an athletic stance. Does that all sound good? Sweet. If you're sitting in the front, you don't have a tube to get your feet under. These awesome foot cups here. Doesn't really matter which foot you put there. You can play around with it and see what foot is. I kind of prefer my inside foot. I want to prefer their outside foot.
We're going to push up out of here. We're just going to stop floating.
Does anybody want to sit in the front? I know that they're already some balls.
Where do you want to sit?
So in the front, you might get splashed a bit more. and I want you to be kind of gung-ho. Or excited.
Oh, that
would be Marie.
Stoked might be the word.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a dragon boater.
Oh, sweet.
So I'm a dragon boater.
My mom recently started dragon boating and she loves it.
Love it.
Hey, what did we tell you about talking about your mum?
My mother's a wonderful lady. Don't you dare badmouth Lisa.
Is this thing facing down or is it facing up?
I
Or is it
think
kind of
it's
square on?
facing.
I don't know what everybody did in a past life to get Dave as your guide today, but good luck out there.
All right, thank you. Here, I'll take a quick look. I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah. Mitch was badmouthing.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Nice lady.
A few injuries. I mean, Jackie's
Okay.
got one and Gabby's got one.
Yeah. I was on the right for sure.
No, you're on the left.
It kind of depends where your shoulders hurt. Like when you're paddling, depending how you paddle, it's more like a core and back exercise. Depending where it's hurt, like it might hurt more being the opposite shoulder because that arm's being held versus pulling. But you can play around with it and see if it hurts, or even switch if it gets sore. That way you're using a different muscle group. Yeah. Perfect.
Okay, and actually, I think he did. Yeah.
That is my speed. Perfect. Oh yeah. They say you're only as old as you feel. I feel like I'm like 65.
Is that supposed to be old? That's not old. Because we're just clarifying that point.
My father's 63 and he is certainly not going down. My mother would go rafting.
Okay, they're gone.
Yeah, okay. Let's go rafting.
Yeah, good idea.
It's okay. It's a pretty chill float until lunch, so we're not in a huge rush right now.
Oh,
Okay. So in the front we're gonna have what's your name again? Marie and Ralph. Okay, Marie and Ralph.
I'm going to sit on the right.
so they come on last.
One last.
You
So
like the left.
well, let's talk a tiny bit more while I can see all you guys. We're not in a giant rush. So one of the most important things today is that we all paddle together at the same time. If we're all out of sync and three of them dragon boating, our paddles might cross over each other. It's pretty hard to paddle. There's 8 people in the round. There's a lot of paddles flying around. So Marie and Ralph, you guys are going to be like our team leaders or our pace setters. So you're going to use your telepathy, peripheral vision to imagine that there's pace. Everyone else follows. So if we're out of sync, draft A goes like this. Paddles all cross over. And if we're together, it moves it nice evenly. Anyone here been rafting before, dragon boating? Any other paddlers in the group? Rower?
Great.
So just a couple of cool notes on paddling. To hold your paddle, you want your hand about 2/3 the way down the shaft. When it's all the way down, you'll feel super powerful and have all this leverage. Your stroke's going to be about this long and not super effective. On the contrary, if you're way up here, there's so much leverage, it's really hard to actually pull. Okay? You want to focus on bigger, stronger muscle groups. So we're trying to start a lawnmower with the paddle the whole day. We get super tired. It's also this kind of like awkward tricep push that I see, which I haven't quite figured out. I don't know if you guys go to the gym ever, but triceps not super strong. Seems like a way to carpal tunnel. So like it's a quick and dirty way to have a fairly strong forward stroke. It's not perfect, but a quick and dirty way. If you want to sit in the boat, let them hard, strap your keeping your top arm relatively straight. You want to lean all the way forward, put the blade in the water with a straight shaft, and then lean back. And you're engaging your outside obliques and your back muscles rather than your smaller, weaker arm muscles. It's not the perfect forward stroke, but it's a pretty effective way to have it. All right.
I can do left and right. I'm Andy. I don't know. You paddle.
I mean, you go both ways.
It means I go anywhere. I go all the way. Sometimes the same way at the same time.
All right, team. So we can all hop in the raft. We'll just have Ralph and Marie hop in last.
Yeah.
And we're all pretty similar sizes. No one's massive, so I don't really care where we go.
Catherine, I think you should get closer to the skipper
Sure.
here, okay? Because he'll take good care of you.
Yeah, if anyone's hard of hearing, sit close to me so you can hear me.
They can always pass it up and go forward. We do that.
Keep keep an eye on Catherine.
And it was Charmaine? Yeah. Did you want to go next?
also
And then
get
my
a
husband.
Oh, that's great. Good to know. Our captain can't swim. It's good to know.
One of the other jokes, like it's also my first time rafting, but
Yeah,
I was up,
good.
I was up
That's a
until
good
like
one.
5 in the morning watching all the YouTube videos.
That's right. Hey, you're an expert.
Yeah, pretty good to do it.
Yeah, did your certification online.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The online rafting, sir.
So somebody else can go in the front, the next group.
Just before you hop in, I'm going to push the raft a little bit further in the water.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm going to wait for the group to sit down.
I keep rotating around and giving you
Yeah, you guys kick the oar. Yeah, kick out your way a little bit.
Little beat's going to be mellow.
All right.
Hang
All
in there,
aboard.
Dave.
Not the most graceful.
Whatever you want, Char. I'll take whatever.
Hi, Ty. How are you? Well, watch out for the sun out there.
So, are you the photographer?
Yes.
So you're not actually coming in the boat?
No.
I'll wait a second.
Got to drive the bus.
Sure.
You ready to go?
All right, so in a moment, I'm going to push off, and we're all going to do our best to paddle backwards, okay?
Charmaine.
Just to avoid these trees here, watch out. We're all going to paddle backwards away from this tree. It's like bobsled. That's right. And let's all stop paddling. Set.
Stop or start?
We can stop.
Hadn't even started yet. Oh, take it easy, Dave.
All right, and let's all paddle backwards. So putting those paddles in, pushing water away from us. All right, let's all stop paddling. Perfect. How does that feel so far?
Good.
Going the wrong way, Dave.
Backwards is more fun than forwards.
Oh, that's stellar. Look at you.
I know, it's good.
All right, team, so I'm going to go over a couple different commands as we're floating down the river. Can we all hear me okay?
Yes.
All right. So our first command, and my favorite command, is stop. So if I call stop, we're just going to stop paddling. There's kind of two reasons I'll call that. One is we just don't need to paddle anymore. It's time to take a break, maybe float for a bit. A lot of paddling whitewater is waiting for the right time to paddle. Okay? Our second reason, it's much easier for me to steer the boat if all the blades are out of the water. Because those blades kind of resist the rotation of the boat. Okay? So if I call stop, we're just going to pull our paddles out of the water, put them on our laps, and wait for the next command. So let's all try that. Stop! Nice work. Good job. All right.
Here we go, Kathy.
For the most part today, we're going to be paddling forward. I like to use 3 different speeds of forward. Our first speed is easy forward. So that's like we're paddling on a lake, doing something nice and chill, not working that hard. Let's all try that. Let's go easy forward. Easy forward, team. Okay. Our next speed is forward. So that's 50 to 75% effort. Let's try that now. We're going forward, team. Forward, forward, forward. And stop.
Wet already.
I think we need a little more paddling on the right side.
We need to be more in time. So you and I are supposed to try and together.
Let's all go easy forward. Easy forward, team. All right, and stop. And if I call stop and you're in the middle of a stroke, feel free to finish it. We're going to try and have low stress rafting in kind of a stressful environment.
Low stress.
Low stress rafting.
Do we have a beer now?
It only moves at like 6 miles an hour. It's not even that fast. All right. So far we have stop, we have easy forward, forward. Our third speed is hard forward. If I call hard forward, it's everything you guys got. I'm probably only going to call hard forward a handful of times today. So if I call it, I mean it. Or if you guys forget all of this, kind of the louder I'm yelling forward is pretty indicative of how hard to pass. That sound good?
Sounds good.
Alright. So, did Zach talk much about our day on the bus today? Like what our plan is?
No.
Alright. So you guys in. So right now with all this hot weather, we are in a glacial melt river. You might have noticed the water is pretty darn cold.
Yeah.
About 5 degrees Celsius. It's all fresh snow melt, fresh glacial melt. With the hot weather, we have some really high water right now. So what that means is that our trip is a little bit different. So up around that corner back behind us, there's 2 rapids that at lower water we paddle. So today we put in a little bit below those. But we think our morning's a little bit shorter. So lunch is only about 15 minutes away from here. We're gonna stop for lunch, but we extend our afternoon. So what we're gonna do, there's like 6 giant rapids in the afternoon, with a bunch of smaller ones in between. Once we're through that, we have like a 45-minute scenic float, and partway through that, there's a really beautiful old growth forest. And we're gonna stop there, go for a little hike. There's a really nice waterfall to walk to. Just kind of get like it's a nice thing we don't always get to do. That in these high water areas, you have more time. So we get to go check out those trees like as wide as the bus. It's pretty untouched, so you can only get there by boat. And that's our whole plan.
Sounds good to me.
We're gonna paddle down to lunch. We're gonna get really, really full. Then go around a bunch of giant rapids. There's no better combo than running giant rapids while way too full.
Yeah.
And then have a pretty incredible afternoon. It's one of my favorite water levels. It's some really good rapids today.
Ever pull one side of the boat to row only, or to have?
Yeah, maybe. I'll talk about that after lunch. Like, we're kind of the basics down. I'll add in some more commands once we're a bit closer to the rapids. But for now, as long as we can paddle forwards and backwards, it's good.
Come down here and kayak.
Do I have any more to the ring spans in the boat?
Sure, why not?
Do you guys find this feels like we're entering the realms of Gondor?
Yeah, where are the statues though?
Exactly,
Yeah.
right? And where is everybody from? So there's 2 groups, a group of 6, group of 2.
Well, we're from Ladner, the 2 of us. Ladner,
Where's that?
south of Richmond.
Oh, okay, cool.
North of Tawas. That's
North
correct.
Boston, okay. I'm from Ontario, so I'm kind of like